911 is the lifeline between citizens needing help and police and fire departments. And most people now use their cell phones to call for help. So you would think the equipment and software would be up to date.
911 was created in 1970 through an unfunded mandate from the FCC.
When the Federal Communications Commission created the 911 system, there was only one telecommunications company. Now there are dozens, but there's no federal money to update or repair 911 systems. Paul Rainier created a company called Sirens GPS, which has a 911 app. It works similar to Uber and lets first responders know where a call is coming from by dropping a pin showing exactly where you are and how many times you've called. Rainier says big cell phone carriers are not doing enough to upgrade their software to prevent 911 outages and issues.
And we don't really have oversight that helps them manage that.
The FCC is investigating AT&T after customers were unable to use 911 for 4 hours Wednesday night. But Dallas police say they've been having problems with T-Mobile calls jamming up their system for months and forcing callers to be placed on hold.
Those carriers are able to get all kinds of fees through the FCC. It's time for the FCC to demand accountability.
T-Mobile has been fined millions of dollars in the past for 911 problems, but continues to have issues in Dallas and Denver.
That's Rebecca Lopez reporting. We should note that everyone who has a phone pays a fee for a 911 service. It's about 50 cents a month in Texas. That money usually goes toward helping local governments pay for emergency services. Texas collected $144.2 million last year through that fee. Will Tony Romo be traded or released? That's the big question tonight. ESPN reporting the Dallas Cowboys quarterback expected to be traded to another team. The top choices, the Denver Broncos or Houston Texans. Romo's been with the Cowboys for 14 seasons. Today he thanked fans for their support.
I want to say thank you, and we have a lot to think about here going forward, but we'll see what happens. Till then, I'm just going to keep listening to Bob Dylan.
That Dylan song playing in the background, by the way, is the classic The Times They Are A-Changin'. Much more on the drama coming up in sports. Dale Hansen's back with just how much the Cowboys could get for Romo's trade. Other news tonight, a teacher from Carrollton is in jail accused of secretly recording students while they undressed. This is George Thomas. He was a science teacher last year at R.L. Turner High School. Investigators say during that time he used concealed recording devices to capture teen girls taking their clothes off. Police have identified 6 victims. Irving police need help finding the suspect in a horrible case of animal cruelty. Surveillance cameras along West Irving Boulevard show the man walking a dog on a leash, and then moments later you see him walking back again, this time without the dog. Police later found the animal dead, tied to a dumpster. He had been stabbed multiple times. Tempers flared today at the Dallas Fire Police Pension Fund hearing. It happened when board members refused to reopen those lump sum withdrawals. Retired first responders have gone months without that money, and there's still no solution. Tanya Iser reports.
Retired Officer Gilbert Travis makes the trip once a month from San Antonio. Find out the state of his failing pension fund.
Everything they do in there affects our lives and what we do.
At Thursday's hearing, the news was far from pleasant. The new bill filed by State Representative Dan Flynn to save the fund is a bitter pill to swallow for the retirees.
There's a lot of challenges, I think, in the bill.
Chief among them, a provision directing a newly structured board to consider taking back interest earned on special retirement accounts known as DROP.
There's an element of taking benefits away from widows that feels like we might go to hell.
I'm sorry.
It turned DROP accounts into annuities that would be based on a life expectancy of 78.
It's like I don't have 78 years. I've already had a pacemaker put in.
No one's happy with the Flynn bill, but he's made huge work, and it's a starting place.
To avoid the clawbacks, Councilman Philip Kingston and Scott Griggs proposed giving the fund a portion of the sales tax revenue now dedicated to DART.
Do we want another DART station up in Denton, or do we want police officers and firefighters to answer our calls when we call 911?
The idea is opposed by the mayor and other council members. There was more unhappy news for Travis and the other retirees. The board had been scheduled to make $280 million in payouts out of DROP accounts. They heard Thursday there just wasn't enough money to do it.
The fact that I'm locked out of my money
Travis has no idea when he'll get access to his money, the money he had counted on. He'll be back next month. He knows the news probably won't be any better. Tanya Iser, Channel 8 News.
Austin American-Statesman newspaper reports that 2 lawsuits were filed today in Dallas County against Echo Transportation. Echo owns the charter bus hit by a train earlier this week in Mississippi. Investigators say the bus was hit when it got stuck on the tracks in Biloxi. 4 people died. Bus passengers were part of a senior citizen center in Bastrop, which is near Austin. NTSB today said the bus driver used the wrong recommended route. Special prosecutors in the Ken Paxton fraud case said that they haven't been paid for more than a year, and they want that trial delayed. In a filing today, those prosecutors claim that they haven't received pay since January 14, 2016. They're asking an appeals court to make a ruling on the pay issue and then set the fraud case trial for 60 days after that date. The Attorney General is accused of committing securities fraud by recruiting investors without disclosing he was making a commission. Radio Shack will immediately shut down nearly 200 stores. Fort Worth-based retailer has filed bankruptcy for the 2nd time in 2 years. After its first filing, the chain tried to reinvent the brand by teaming up with Sprint. Well, Sprint now plans to take over some of Radio Shack's locations. There's a new cop in town. He looks a little like R2-D2. This, we're told, is the future of law enforcement. It's a crime-fighting robot that you could soon see patrolling malls and college campuses. It's called K5, developed by a Silicon Valley startup with deep ties to North Texas. The founder, Stacy Stevens, actually attended UT Arlington and is a former Coppell police officer.
It has to be able to navigate through very complex environments with dynamically moving people. So you can see we move around it, it's looking, it's trying to figure out what do I need to do.
Robots designed to enhance security efforts, especially in large college campuses. UTA has not signed up yet, but police tell us interest is high and it's possible K5 could be rolling through campus very soon. A Texas mother is suing for $350 million in connection with the Waco biker gang shootout. And not only does she accuse the police of botching the case, she says they were downright dishonest. What's the holdup on 75 while the orange traffic cones are going up for something green?
I kind of feel like I'm living on borrowed time.
And the North Texas woman who can teach us all how to live a life of no excuses.
News 8 is sponsored by Baylor Scott & White Health.
I went to have a colonoscopy and they found a tumor. The surgeons up there at Baylor, they really saved my life.
You're engaged to a con man?
You made a deal with the feds.
The government is going to pay you to be a criminal.
The only reason I took this FBI deal was so that you and I could be together.
TV's sexiest rom-com is on.
I thought you just came here for sex.
I did. I promise it's the only reason I'm here.
The Catch joins TGIT tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
Stacy's Flower Mound store is now closed. Final markdowns have been taken on all remaining moving sale merchandise, and what's left is now in our Grapevine, Allen, and Plano showrooms. Shop early for the best selection. These specials won't last long. And remember, when you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
It doesn't get bigger than this.
The AutoNation 72-hour sale. You'll see huge savings on over 100,000 vehicles online, like $13,000 off MSRP. Get to AutoNation fast.
Leave it to the pros. I am a pro. I made this lawn from seed, pride, and less water than you'd think. To those who'd say the grass is greener on the other side, I politely disagree. Pennington Smart Seed, guaranteed to grow with 30% less water. Reclaim your turf.
The cap is a warm layer of air aloft in the atmosphere at about 4,000 to 5,000 feet. It acts like a lid and prevents thunderstorms from developing.
Updating your weather status. News 8 Weather Minds, sponsored by Hyundai.
Only a car as good as the Elantra deserves a warranty as good as this. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And this is the reason to buy now. Get up to $3,750 total savings on the 2017 Elantra. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Stacy's Flower Mound store is now closed. Final markdowns have been taken on all remaining moving sale merchandise, and what's left is now in our Grapevine, Allen, and Plano showrooms. Shop early for the best selection. These specials won't last long. And remember, when you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
It doesn't get bigger than this.
The AutoNation 72-hour sale. You'll see huge savings on over 100,000 vehicles online, like $13,000 off MSRP. Get to AutoNation fast.
An 80-year-old couple from Weatherford says Encore is literally uprooting their family history. HD Chopper 8 flew over the property today where crews began cutting down some trees. Some of them were planted 30 years ago when the family moved in. Encore says the trees must be cut because they're dangerously close to power lines. The company estimates those lines serve about 1,000 people. The Irwins claim that they don't use Encore or the power lines. You're wondering what the holdup's been during your drive down 75? Well, this is it. Crews have been shutting down lanes in order to install some plants in the median. Expect delays for the next month. The project should be complete, we're told, by August. A Texas woman now suing for $350 million. She says that police just made up a story about her being involved in the Waco biker shootout in 2015. Attorneys from Morgan English say that she is a motorcycle enthusiast who was at Twin Peaks for a regularly scheduled biker club meeting. However, she's not affiliated with the groups that allegedly exchanged gunfire that day. The bank teller and mother has no criminal history. Her attorney says police falsely accused her of wearing a biker gang emblem.
They had no evidence whatsoever that she had committed a crime or was going to commit a crime. Despite that, they jailed her for 16 days and gave her $1 million bail bond.
McClellan County District Attorney says a judge did find probable cause for her arrest. The charges were eventually dropped. A woman suffering from terminal brain cancer runs a half marathon. How she made it to the finish line just when it seemed that she might have to give up.
And some changes as we head into the weekend. Weather-wise, some rain on Saturday and then cooler, drier conditions on Sunday. Let's map it out. Get your plans ready to go Saturday and Sunday right after the break.
Live captioning of News 8 sponsored by Don Davis Auto Group. Take advantage of special Factory Truck Month incentives on the new 2017 Ford F-Series trucks at Don Davis Ford.
For over 30 years, Dallas Can's been changing lives thanks to you and your donations. Donate your car or truck today and get a $50 Visa gift card as our way of saying thanks. Call or visit carsforkids.org today. Remember, right off the car, not the kid.
We didn't realize how difficult it was going to be to tie that space together.
With an open floor plan, you need to separate it with furniture. It's perfect for our family.
The HGTV Home Design Studio by Bassett.
This weekend only, get up to $300 in extra savings at Bassett.
Time Warner Cable is now Spectrum, and we're redefining what a cable company can be. But don't take my word for it. Take Joe's.
Contracts? Satellite service as unpredictable as the weather? No, thank you. I switched to Spectrum and now I get free HD and thousands of titles free on demand. Boom!
Get Spectrum TV for just $29.99 a month. Call 844-351-2999 and switch today. Like Ann.
After we switched, 100 megabits per second gave us more than enough speed for all our devices all the time.
Get Spectrum Internet for $29.99 a month with no data caps and a free modem.
I switched to Spectrum Voice, and now I get unlimited nationwide calling, plus unlimited calling to Canada, Mexico, and more, with no added taxes or fees. Oh, hey.
Call 844-351-2999 and get Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice for just $29.99 a month each, with no contracts and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 844-351-2999.
Some people say we should be making a bigger deal about the huge sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart. How huge selection means low prices, and all in one place means convenience. I get it, but this is about savings on thousands of items in every department. Furniture, flooring, appliances, and electronics, plus 24-month financing. Save on thousands of items in every department, financing, no bands. The huge sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Kids get a picture with Cat in the Hat Saturday.
For over 30 years, Dallas Can's been changing lives thanks to you and your donations. Donate your car or truck today and get a $50 Visa gift card as our way of saying thanks. Call or visit carsforkids.org today. Remember, right off the car, not the kid.
Ben is my fiance.
You two live together?
No.
TV's sexiest rom-com.
I'm a bad influence.
Sweetie, you're a criminal.
Is on.
We're not going to shoot each other, are we?
The Catch joins TGIT tonight on ABC.
You need a dose of inspiration today. Well, meet Suzanne Stone. She's 62 years old, just finished a half marathon, but that is not what makes this story incredible. Here's Lauren Zakalik.
Let's go. Any long-distance runner will tell you there is just something about racing that keeps you wanting more.
I just enjoy doing that.
62-year-old Suzanne Stone was bitten by the bug long ago, but felt she was ready to jump from running 5Ks to a half marathon. What she wasn't ready for was this.
I had a seizure in November 2014.
The diagnosis was devastating.
And they found out it was glioblastoma, which kills people, has no cure.
Terminal brain cancer. The median survival rate is 14 months. Suzanne is now on month 27. She kept working at TCU during treatment and eventually felt well enough to turn her thoughts back to the half marathon.
And I knew if I didn't do it now, I might not have another possibility.
So about 2 weeks ago, with approval from family and doctors, she laced up her sneakers for the Cowtown Half Marathon, and she felt good for most of the course.
But it was right here on the Lancaster Bridge, towards the end of the race, that Suzanne really started to struggle, and medical personnel took notice.
She presented just, with the weakness. It kind of keyed us into, we want to look out for stroke.
UNT Health Science Center physical therapy students Marie MacDonald and Colton Foster were volunteering at the race and had been told Suzanne needed help. She was leaning heavily to her right. Once medics made sure she was okay, Suzanne told them she wanted to continue.
I don't know, it's one of those moments that, I won't ever forget.
With Marie and Colton holding her up on each side, Suzanne crossed the finish line. Photos of her finish say it all.
It felt like I'd really accomplished something.
A once-in-a-lifetime moment for someone.
You just shouldn't ever give up.
Whose moments matter. In Fort Worth, Lauren Zakalik, Channel 8 News.
An amazing story and an amazing woman, too. This coming weekend, some discussion about another half marathon and marathon, those sorts of things going on, though, in terms of Dallas. But the question is it going to be a dry one?
I know we do have some rain this weekend, but not a washout. So I'm going to try to help people plan their Saturday and Sunday, because I know we do have some events going around across North Texas, and the rain, it's not going to be raining all day long. Let's start out though. Get your green on. There we go. Dash down Greenville, St. Patrick's Day Parade. That's going to be starting off on Saturday. And first off, even though we have some high rain chances in the forecast on Saturday, that's going to be leaning towards the afternoon or evening. It looks like most of our computer models bring in the heaviest of the rain for the latter part of the day. So that may spell good news for folks that are going to be running the 5K, the dash down Greenville, as well as watching the parade starting at 11 o'clock. So maybe a spotty shower or two. Otherwise, should be pretty nice with some mild temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Drought monitor for today. We had the newest information come out, and unfortunately, we just haven't seen enough rain to really keep the drought at bay. We do have abnormally dry conditions now covering the entire Dallas-Fort Worth area, as well as some moderate to severe drought that continues right around Paris, as well as that moderate drought creeping into the Dallas County area, as well as all of Rockwall County and the southeastern portion of Collin County. So there you go. We definitely need some rain, and I have rain in the forecast. We really need a good soaking. So Saturday, that rain could be some great news for us. So far today, though, no rain as we head into this Thursday, but the rainfall this month, it's been lacking. We've had just a little bit over the last week, but we're still below normal by almost an inch of rain. But the rainfall this year, of course, we had so much rain at the beginning of the year, we're still above by an inch. So we definitely need another soaking to really keep that drought condition under control. Today, 81 degrees, a little deceiving. That was earlier today at around lunchtime. Then we dropped into the 70s for the afternoon. Fairly nice day, but we did have the clouds in place and the humidity was very high. You can see that dew point there, 63. So feeling very tropical for North Texas. South winds at around 16 miles per hour. Here's the clouds. They've been in place and in turn kept temperatures down, and it could not not break through our cap. We still have that cap in place, that lid on the atmosphere. So even though we did have that dry line out to our west, it spawned one thunderstorm that quickly started to fall apart as it moved closer to the North Texas area because ran into that cap. So there's the rain that's continuing for South Texas. For us, we just keep with the clouds as we head through the rest of tonight as well as into tomorrow. And I bring you up to the plains to show you this guy. There's our next system. We still have that dry line that we've been watching today. And in a cold front, this boundary is going to roll through, bringing in some cooler weather, or actually going to bring in some rain tomorrow. Then we have yet another boundary that rolls through that brings in that cooler weather. And we can tap into some cooler weather. Look at this. Not much of a winter here in North Texas, but well up to our north, we are below freezing. So yes, some folks still seeing some of those winter temperatures as we move closer to spring, starting on March 20th for the spring equinox. Here we go as we head through tonight. Clouds will be in place. There's that first boundary I showed you, bringing in a little bit of rain tomorrow morning. Stalls out around the southern portions of North Texas tomorrow. Lifts back up, and then on Saturday we'll keep with the clouds, but then our next front rolls through. But watch this. Most of the rain doesn't kick off until after about 4 o'clock, and that's going to go through the evening hours. After that, we start to clear up. So Sunday, it's going to be dry. That's the good news. But before that, picking up anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch of rain as we head through your Friday as well as into your Saturday. Tonight, 60 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a stray shower. Tomorrow, 70 degrees, a little cooler, not a washout, not going to be raining all day tomorrow or all day Saturday. Again, remember, if you're doing stuff early Saturday, you have a better chance to stay dry, as well as pushing any plans to Sunday. Should be a pretty nice day, but much cooler in the 50s as we round out the weekend.
All right. Someone's back from being sick.
Yeah, well, I just noticed Pete Delkus does one sportscast,
and
he can't make it back. It's all part of the DNA. Yeah, no, I am back. I had some terrible problems with pneumonia.
Yeah.
I was coughing so much I pulled some fat in my rib cage. It's unbelievable. I'd like to say muscle, but I think we both know it's not. Hey, the release of Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo, which was the big story yesterday, might be a trade of Tony Romo today. Houston has dumped their quarterback Brock Osweiler on Cleveland. That opens a spot for Romo, and I would like to think the Cowboys could get something for him. Mike Leslie is at the Star in Frisco, so let's go there now. Mike?
Hey, Del, thanks. Yeah, this is a story that continues to evolve, and as you mentioned, the latest evolvement is, of course, the trade of Osweiler to Cleveland, creating a chasm, seemingly, for Romo in Houston. One Cowboy source close to owner Jerry Jones, though, says that Jerry doesn't expect any movement today, and another Cowboy source says he doesn't expect anything to happen anytime soon. The Cowboys have created leverage, though, in this situation, and now a possible bidding war between Houston and Denver. And that bidding war over a quarterback who has an extensive injury history could take some time. Of course, as of yesterday, Romo thought, like the rest of all of us, that he was being released. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, at the same time the league year officially began, Romo tweeted a video message to his fans.
I just wanted to come and tell you it's been a crazy 48 hours here, and me and my family felt the outpouring of support and love from all of you. It's been overwhelming, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So I want to say thank you, and we have a lot to think about here going forward, but we'll see what happens.
As one person close to the organization told me earlier today, Jerry Jones is a wildcatter. He's going to find whatever leverage he can and take advantage of it. It seems he's found it. Now he's trying to exploit it. Dale?
All right, Mike. All I've heard the last 5 years or so is good riddance, Tony Romo. And now that he is on his way out, oh, my goodness, he was something special, and we will miss him now. The reality is somewhere in the middle, just like Romo was. He was good. He was very good. But for the Cowboys and their fans, not nearly good enough. TCU and Kansas at the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. We're tied at 82, and it comes down to this. TCU has the ball. They get it to Desmond Bain in the corner, and he gets fouled on a three-pointer. A three-pointer from the corner. I might have let him shoot that ball. Bain makes all 3 of his free throws, and for the first time ever, TCU beats the #1 ranked team. They win 85-82. And the boys' state tournament is underway in San Antonio. This is Dallas Madison and Santa Rosa. Madison's Patrick Terry scored 20. All 5 Madison starters were in double figures. This wasn't much of a game. They started the season 4-7, now play for a state title Saturday. Madison wins 82-44. And Midlothian Heritage plays in San Antonio tomorrow.
I'm very excited. I've never been in this position before, and it's just a new atmosphere for me.
It's extremely exciting to play a place like Midlothian on the map.
When I first heard I was moving, I had no idea. I'd never heard of Midlothian or anything. But now that we're having some success, it's nice to put it on the map.
Yeah, that's what I really needed, John. 5 days in bed with pneumonia, and let's do as many highlights as we possibly can. Yeah.
It's rough on you. It's a slow recovery. Back in a moment.
News 8 Weather is sponsored by TXU Energy, a proud Weathermind sponsor.
Stacy's Flower Mound store is now closed. Final markdowns have been taken on all remaining moving sale merchandise, and what's left is now in our Grapevine, Allen, and Plano showrooms. Shop early for the best selection. These specials won't last long. And remember, when you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
What you doing, Bill? Caroline, people are tired of the back and forth when they have to buy a brand new car, and at Southwest Kia, we offer the concierge one-touch service.
Plus, we've got $6,000 off MSRP on vehicles like this Sorrento. Visit southwestkia.com.
53 years of, well, life, I guess. And after 53 years, I needed someone who would care for him, and care for him not as a patient, but as the love of my life.
Let Kindred help. Call 1-866-KINDRED and a registered nurse can walk you through care options and our locations that best fit your needs. We can help explain insurance, Medicare, or answer any other questions you may have. Helping you and your family is just one more way that Kindred continues the care.
Now, experts say replace your mattress every 8 years. And get this, right now at Rooms To Go, you can buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress and get 8 years interest-free financing. That's right, 8 years. I mean, who offers financing for that long? Well, Rooms To Go, of course. So now you can have that Tempur-Pedic mattress you've always wanted. 2,920 nights of great Tempur-Pedic sleep until 2025, 8 years from now, when it's time to get your next Tempur-Pedic mattress at Rooms To Go. So hurry in before the offer ends.
Get to Nissan now and save on a lineup featuring Rogue. With available intelligent safety shield technologies that could stop for you. Take on the unexpected with 6 2017 IIHS top safety picks. It's clear why we're America's fastest growing auto brand. Get to Nissan now for 0% financing on 11 models and no payments for 90 days.
When I'm in charge of shopping for my family, I always stop by my neighborhood Kroger, because I know there's nothing friendlier than a Texas Kroger. And I know I'll find a fresh selection of produce and other local products, always delicious, including my Nolan Ryan Texas beef, raised right here at home.
For a real treat, bring home Nolan Ryan's boneless beef ribeye steak. Right now, it's just $7.99 a pound.
Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
Stacy's Flower Mound store is now closed. Final markdowns have been taken on all remaining moving sale merchandise, and what's left is now in our Grapevine, Allen, and Plano showrooms. Shop early for the best selection. These specials won't last long. And remember, when you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
Come into any Southwest Kia and ask for our concierge one-touch service, because we're eliminating the back and forth of the car buying experience.
Plus, get $6,000 off MSRP during our demo sale. Visit us at southwestkia.com.
And eliminate the back and forth.
That's our news tonight. Thanks for watching. Join us again tonight, News 8 at 10.